This is Raj. Welcome. As mentioned, we do a lot of safety culture and help companies like Shell, PTTEP, Saudi Aramco, and we put together this series of videos to help you implement a good safety culture so that you can grow your company. Now, the first thing is, what's a good safety culture to emulate? Well, you need to look at HROs, or highly reliable organizations. These are the companies that seemingly do no wrong, that are so successful, that do things so well that it seems unimaginable. And these are called highly reliable organizations simply because I'll give you an example. If you go to McDonald's and order French fries in Singapore, and you go to McDonald's in Malaysia, Russia, or Cambodia if they have, or Japan, the French fries taste the same throughout. The same way they cook it, the same way they season it, the same way they serve it. It looks the same because you can rely on them to give you the best service. Right? Have you ever experienced other HROs as well? And I'm sure you have. Think of your flights. Now, flights nowadays have a bad name because of a couple of crashes, but on a day-to-day basis, your air traffic control takes care of hundreds or even thousands of flights. And a good day for them is when there's no incidents, no accidents, no delays, and no complaints. Now, we have done a lot of research on HROs, highly reliable organizations, and they in general have 10 characteristics. So let's go through these 10 characteristics because this will help you form your company's safety culture. Number one, they're always thinking. They're thinking about how to innovate. Innovation does not mean making new products. Innovate could be new ways of doing things, new systems, new processes. Right? The next thing that these companies do is, or are they are sustainable. They're here for the long haul because their operations are effective and efficient. They get things done well without waste, without having to recover from disasters or issues or mistakes. No backtracking. They take one step forward and no step backwards. They're sustainable. Coke has been around for years, hundreds of years, and companies like Google will be around for the next few hundred years. The next thing that you observe is that all these HROs are very profitable because they avoid making mistakes and they can focus on getting the job done fast, well, and efficient. So they're very profitable. Take a look at the stock markets, see what's Apple's price, see what Samsung's price, see what a Merce share costs. Right? The other thing about HROs is they take a look inside. They don't just have to look outside for new ways of doing things. They depend on their staff. They trust their employees to come up with different ideas, and their employees love working for them so much that they generate new ideas and new ways of doing things and even new products. Look at Google Translate. It was created inside Google. And then you look at 3M with its post-it pads. Right? So it's a culture where employees create products. And all these HROs are brand name. Right? Think about it. WhatsApp me your replies. Right? Find me on Facebook. Facebook me. If you don't know the answer for this, Google it. Now, these are all brand names and they protect their brand and they are so respected that people look for them and employees look for them and they want to make sure that everything is done right. Okay? Now, of course, the other thing that's so important about all these HROs is leadership. Leadership at the top. There's an old saying which says, how can you expect the tail to be straight if the head is crooked? Right? So, if the leadership is not in the right direction, if the leaders don't believe in safety, or they're not walking the talk, and they're not inspiring people to make changes, how can change happen? The next thing is that these companies do not believe in limits. Why I say this? Because most companies follow the regulations, they meet the regulations and then they stop. Companies like that try and exceed regulations. They try and go beyond what's the norm. Good is not good enough. They need to be better. They have this sense of chronic unease. And of course, views and beliefs are very important. It has to be congruent. You have to believe in something and act in the same way. And companies like that do this. They don't just talk, they actually execute. And most of these companies, or if not all of these companies, have systems in place. Systems for audit, systems for controls, monitoring, measuring, human resource, asset management, you name it, they have systems. And all these systems make sure that even when someone leaves or someone comes in, they can perform without missing a beat. And the last thing that these companies have in common is they don't just say it, they do it. Now, I've got some questions for you to take away, and you can download this. I've got a PDF. Send me an email or download this link, or click this link, and you will download my more detailed document about this. Now, I've got some questions for you to take away before the next exercise. Is your company really a HRO? What does your company do well? And what does your company do well in? What's your perception? Because that's the most critical. Do you believe your company is a HRO? Do you believe that your company can do better? And do things run like clockwork in your organization? Right? This is your takeaway. Join me next week where I give you more insights into company and corporate culture, especially safety culture. This is Raj. See you soon.